Stay tuned for Hutto Hippos baseball as they take on the Westwood Warriors in this second match of a midweek spring break home and home series as the Warriors and Hippos faced off last night. They face off once again tonight. Stay tuned. Coming up in about 4 or 5 minutes, I'll be on the air.
A-Plus Federal Credit Union is a longtime supporter of Hutto ISD. Earn cash back and support Hippo Nation with the student-designed A-Plus FCU Hutto ISD Hippo debit card. When you use your Hippo debit card, you and Hutto ISD both earn up to 10 cents with every purchase. Hutto ISD has received over $71,000 in cash back from A-Plus FCU members since August 2016. Stop by the Hutto branch on Ed Schmidt Boulevard to get your card and start earning today. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Texas. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Well, welcome to Hutto Memorial Baseball Stadium for this District 25 6A matchup between the Hutto Hippos and the Westwood Warriors. Gage Bowles on the call, just by myself tonight. Last night the Warriors and Hippos met over at Westwood High School for a midweek spring break home and home series. Westwood, that was a long game. Westwood comes in ranked number 22 in the state. 13-3-1 is their record, 2-0 in district. Last night they scored 17 unanswered runs, starting from the bottom of the third inning. Matthew Gula had an amazing performance. Went 2 for 4 with 1 walk, 2 grand slams in a matter of 3 innings, 8 RBIs, and he ended the game in the bottom of the 6th with his second grand slam, which ended the game by a run rule. The Warriors' next 4 games look like they play the 23rd, which is next Tuesday at Round Rock. Next Friday, the 26th versus Round Rock. Then on the 27th, which is next Saturday, they play a non-district game against the Leander Lions. And then the next 2 district games after that will be March 30th against Stony Point and April 1st at Stony Point. Hippos come in 6-10 overall, 1-1 in district. Both teams representing District 25 6A. Last night, lost to Westwood 19-6. They got out to an early 6-2 lead by the third inning. High scoring early in the game. It was 2-2 at the end of the first inning, and then the Hippos scored 4 runs in the third, and then the Westwood onslaught enshrined after that. Lots of batters making the pitchers work. Lots of walks, fielders' choices, and the wind was crazy last night. It's even crazier tonight. That just kept balls up in the air just enough to get over fielder's glove. Or we saw 3 home runs last night. Garrett Bain went 1 for 2 with a sac fly, a 2-run home run, and a hit by pitch with 2 RBIs. And Caleb Cantwell went 2 for 2. Both of those with singles and 2 walks. District standings look like this: Vista Ridge 7-11, 2-0 in district. Westwood 13-3-1, 2-0 in district. Then you got Vandergrift at 11-7, 1-1 in district. The Hutto 6-10, 1-1 in district. Stony Point 8-1, 1-1 in district. Round Rock 15-3-1, 1-1 in district. Cedar Ridge 6-10, 0-2 in district. And McNeil 4-13, 0-2 in district. Next 4 games, Hippos look like the 23rd and 26th. They play versus McNeil and at McNeil. And then on the 30th and 1st, they play versus Round Rock and at Round Rock. Starting lineups, first with the visiting Westwood Warriors. You got leading off number 6, center fielder Jeff Hebert. Number 11, second baseman Gail Garcia. Number 21, shortstop Matthew Gula. Number 7, starting pitcher for the Warriors, Tate Joint. Number 12, third baseman Josh Estacio. Number 28, catcher Jack Brinson. Number 13, first baseman Ridge Morgan, the only freshman on the team, who also was last night's starting pitcher for the Warriors. Number 17, designated hitter Reed Saxon. And number 2, left fielder Rohan Gupta. Starting lineup for the Hippos is, we'll go over the Hippos starting lineup after the national anthem. Starting lineups for the Hippos goes like this. Leading off, number 2, center fielder Caleb Cantwell. Number 24, left fielder Chris Gadesick. Number 12, last night's starting pitcher for the Hippos, first baseman Carson Babb. Number 13, starting pitcher for the Hippos, Andrew Ender. Number 6, catcher Xander Hall. Number 8, designated hitter Alex Velasco. Number 21, right fielder Cade Matoka. Batting 8th, number 17, third baseman Aiden. We'll get to him in just a minute. His name is really long and hard to see it over the scorecard that I have. Aiden Pollard Torres, number 17, playing third base. And finally, batting 9th, shortstop number 14, Grayson Doggett. And not batting, second baseman Hunter Thompson. First pitch coming up just in any moment. Andrew Ender currently throwing his pre-inning warm-up pitches. And we'll get this matchup underway. A pretty cool night tonight for baseball. Last night was a beautiful night. It was windy, and that's what caused all the home runs last night. Balls just got up into the wind, and tonight might be no different. It's 66 degrees, wind blowing 17 miles an hour straight out to center field. So the dimensions for the Hutto Hippos Memorial Baseball Stadium are down the lines. 310 down both lines, 341 to right center field, 345 to left center field, and 360 to dead center. So it's windy, it's chilly. Great night for a baseball game. A little bit hazy from dust blowing in from this high wind out from West Texas, but ready for a great night of baseball. Leading off, number 6, Jeff Hebert. Hippos in their pinstripe jerseys with pinstripe jerseys and pants, orange numbers. Warriors in their striped jerseys, gray pants and orange numbers, I believe. Warriors and Hippos have very similar colors. The pitch, inside for a ball. The pitch, in for a strike. Ender setting fast, wants to go fast. The windup in the pitch. Inside for a ball. 2-1. Ender sets and the windup in the pitch. Gonna be hit straight to right fielder Cade Matoka. Now batting, number 11, Gail Garcia for the Warriors.
Second baseman, number 11, Gail Garcia.
One out in the inning. So far, Enders look pretty good on the mound so far. Liner, first pitch liner straight back towards the pitcher. Gets past him. Second baseman, Hunter Thompson, grabs it but throws just offline and late. So Gail Garcia will have a first pitch single and field single. Now batting, the guy who did huge damage against the Hippos last night with 2 grand slams, shortstop number 21, Matthew Gula. First pitch is a ball. You've got to think maybe, with it being back-to-back nights, they told him maybe to pitch away from him a little bit, not give him easy stuff to hit. Next pitch is off the catcher's mitt to the backstop. Runner Gail Garcia is going to advance to second on a passed ball. 2-0 is the count. Gula steps back in the box. Ender sets. He's going to take a look at the runner at second. A long look. And he's going to the pitch down and away for a ball. 3-0. So far, all 3 pitches to Gula. There's only been one that somewhat challenged him, and he laid off, and it went off the catcher Xander Hall's mitt to the backstop. Checks the runner at second, and the pitch in for a strike. At the top of the zone. Not directly behind home plate tonight, so a little bit harder to tell exactly where those balls are hitting, especially that one. 3-1 is the count. And the pitch. High for a walk. Gula draws a walk. Not too much there to not too much competition in that one. Kind of just threw around him. Didn't give him much to swing at. And Gula draws a walk. Now batting pitcher, number 7, Tate Joint. Checks the runner at second, and pitch is in for a strike. No balls and 1 strike, 1 out. Joint at the plate. Next pitch was a ball. Ender sets, checks the runner twice at second in the pitch. High for a ball. Pitch is down in the dirt. 3-1. Ender sets, checks the runner at second again, keeping the runner close. And the pitch. And lined, going to be up, caught up in the wind, going out for a home run. A 3-run home run out to left center field. And that's going to put the Warriors up 3-0 early in the first inning. Well, not the way that the Hippos wanted to start, but it's so hard in this wind. You cannot have too many fly balls that were like that one, high drive up, that get high because it gets caught up in the wind and it just sails, and that one was gone. Now batting is for third baseman number 12, Josh Astacio. First pitch to him was a strike. Next pitch goes high and inside. For a ball. Ender sets and the windup in the pitch for a swinging strike. Had some nice heat on that pitch. And Ender already got the ball back, and he's already set ready to go. He's wanting to work fast. Pitch, and just outside for a ball. Ender winds and pitches, and swinging for a strikeout. Kind of looked like he was going to try and check swing that, but he just went too much force around it and ended up having a full swing. Stepping up to the plate is catcher number 28, Jack Brenson. The pitch is way outside for a ball. Ender sets and pitches, and next pitch is swinging strike. Ender sets for the pitch and hits him in the head. Hits Brenson in the head. His helmet falls off. Looks like he's going to be okay. He doesn't fall down. He's gonna take off running to first base. So he looks like he's going to be fine. Good thing about high school helmets is you rarely see a player in high school that gets hit in the head, and it happens pretty often for them to actually go down and be hurt. Helmets in high school are really made for that type of force. First pitch swing straight to third baseman, and gonna throw it hit straight to third baseman, excuse me, and throws it over to first baseman Carson Babb for the out. That will to end the inning. I'll be back right after this message.
ACDI, Al Clausen Disposal, supports the Hippo Nation. ACDI is a locally owned family company that specializes in solid waste services, including residential, recycling, commercial, and roll-off. Al Clausen Disposal has grown into a top 100 ranked corporation. Their mission is simple. They're committed to providing safe, reliable, and environmentally sound waste solutions at cost-effective rates while embracing new ideas to reduce the carbon footprint. Al Clausen Disposal, your local choice for all your collection and disposal needs. ACDI says go Hippos!
Welcome back to Hutto Memorial Baseball Stadium. At the middle of the first, Warriors out to an early 3-0 lead. Started off the inning with a fly out to the right fielder. Then Gail Garcia hit a single and then advanced to second on a pass ball. Matthew Gulam then walked. And then Tate Joint came up and hit a 3-run home run that got caught up in the wind to make it 3-0. And then Justice Dacio came up, struck out swinging. Jack Brinson came up, got hit in the head, was all right. And then Ridge Morgan came up and grounded to third baseman Aiden Pollard Torres. Threw it over to first baseman Carson Babb for the easy out. Warriors sent 7 men to the plate on that one. Leading off for the Hutto Hippos is center fielder number 2, Caleb Cantwell. Last night he was, along with Gage Bohm, probably the 2 best Hippo hitters last night. Tate Joint on the mound for the Warriors, pitching outside and low for a ball. Sets and winds up in the pitch. Down right at the knees, called for a strike. The pitch coming. Lined into left center field. Center fielder Jeff Hebert picks it up, and Caleb Cantwell's going to round first and make it into second with the offline throw for a double. So a leadoff double for Caleb Cantwell and the Hippos. Hopefully this can be something maybe to get a early rally going. Last night's game was well over 2.5 hours. It was close to a 3-hour game. It's probably right about 2.5 hours. Joint sets. Chucks Cantwell at second in the pitch. Gagesick bunts to advance Cantwell over to third. And Gagesick is going to be credited with a sacrifice bunt.
First baseman, number 12, Carson Babb.
Now batting first baseman, number 12, Carson Babb. Also was the Hippos' starting pitcher last night. A little surprised he's playing. No, he's not allowed to pitch due to UIO rules, and he also took a foul ball off the leg and really was in some pain. Had to be helped off the field, but a few minutes later was right back on the field, ready to pitch. So first pitch is a strike. 1-1. First pitch is a ball. Last pitch was a strike. Joint winds up. The pitch inside and down and away for a ball. Joint is really going fast. I look down right on my scorecard, and he's back up in the wind pitching. Wild pitch is going to get away from the catcher, and Cantwell tries to advance home, and he's going to be out. Going to be out at second. So just like that, Hippos go from having a leadoff runner on second and then a sacrifice bunt to get Caleb Cantwell over to third. And just like that, he's called out on a throw that definitely beat him back to home, but looked like maybe he kind of jumped out of the way and touched home plate maybe just right as he got tagged. 3-2 is the count. Fouled back into the screen. 3-2 count. Babb is battling. What looked like could be maybe at least one run for the Hippos turned into possibly fouled back again. Over onto the Hippos batting cages. Join is set, ready to go. The windup and the pitch. Swinging for a strikeout. So, Hippos send 3 men to the plate after a leadoff double by Caleb Cantwell, and then Chris Gatesick, who sacrifice bunted him over to third, and then a passed ball. They got past the catcher, Jack Brinson, but just had a good bounce back, and Cantwell tried to take a chance and go home, and was out. So we've reached the end of 1. Warriors have 3, Hippos nothing. Be back right after this message.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Texas. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back to Hutto Memorial Baseball Stadium. We get ready to start the top of the second inning. Leading off the second inning for the Warriors is number 17, designated hitter Reed Saxon. The pitch. Inside for a ball. 1-0. Look back up in the pitch. Fouled off for count to become 1-1. Ender is set, ready to go. Ender with the windup in the pitch. Down in the dirt. 2-1. Ender pitches. Inside for a ball. 3-1. Ender's already set, ready to go again. Both pitchers are wanting to work fast. The pitch. Swinging for a strike. 3-2. Swing looked like he was out in front of the ball. So it looked like maybe a good changeup or a slider or a curveball. Can't really tell the break from where I'm sitting tonight. The pitch. Swinging to center field. It's going to drop in front of center fielder Caleb Cantwell for a single.
Now batting left fielder, number 2, Rohan Gupta.
Now batting, number 2, left fielder Rohan Gupta. Saxon on first, doesn't have much of a lead. The pitch, Gupta showing bunt. Pulls back for a ball. The pitch bunted back into the screen for a strike. 1-1. Ender from the stretch checks the runner at first in the pitch. Tries to bunt. Looks like it was off the bat handle, close up by his hands. Fouled back for a strike. 1-2 is the count. No outs. Reed Saxon on first. The pitch. Swinging. Up and on the hands. Going to fly out to left fielder Chris Gatesick. And Gatesick gets it in quickly. Wasn't quite deep enough to advance Saxon from first.
Number 6, center fielder Jeff Hebert.
Now batting center fielder number 6, Jeff Hebert. Hippos playing third baseman in, and the middle infielders set back a little bit. Right in the corner of the infield dirt and the outfield grass. First pitch called for a strike. I think Hebert may have checked his swing. Ender sets. Checks Saxon at first. Now focuses his attention back onto the batter and the pitch. And outside for a ball. Ender kind of has the 3/4 motion throwing. Not quite straight overhand, but not sidearm, kind of right in the middle. Which those type of pitchers make it difficult for the batter to get a read. Pitch. Grounded straight to first baseman Carson Babb. Just easily steps on first base for the out.
Second baseman, number 11, Gail Garcia.
Now batting Gail Garcia. Playing second base for the Warriors. 2 outs, runner on second. The pitch. Just inside for a ball. Ender chucks the runner at second. Now the pitch fouled back into this net right behind him. 1-1. Ender getting signed from the catcher, Xander Hall. Sets, going to check the runner at second, keeping him close. The wind up in the pitch. Flied high to right fielder Cade Matoka for the out. Or not, I thought he caught that, but I kind of lost it in the lights.
Shortstop, number 21.
Gail Garcia is going to get a double. And that's going to score Reed Saxon from second base. Looks like maybe right fielder Cade Matoka maybe lost it in the lights. The pitch right down in the heart of the zone for a strike. Ender taking a long time to decide what to get set. Wind up in the pitch, down in the dirt for a ball. Garcia almost caught too far out, too far in advance off second base. That if catcher Xander Hall could have made a throw to second, he possibly could have been out, but he chose probably the smart decision. Didn't throw. Gonna be ball in the dirt. Catcher Xander Hall didn't field it cleanly, so Gail Garcia decided to take off for third and gonna be thrown out by Xander Hall. So that will end the top of the second. Warriors played a run on a misplayed ball out in right field to make it 4-0 Warriors. And we're going to keep it right here. Going to check some to see if there's any college baseball games going on tonight. Leading off for the Hippos to start the bottom of the third, pitcher number 13, Andrew Ender. Pitches hits the outside bottom corner for a strike. The windup from Joint in the pitch, swinging for a strike. That was a nasty curveball by Joint. Joint is already set, ready to go. 0-2 count. Pitches outside for a ball. 1-2. Joint steps off the rubber, resets. And wind up in the pitch. Swinging for a strike, dropped by the catcher Jack Brinson, but he is thrown out at first base. So now batting is catcher number 6, Xander Hall. Last night, Hall went 0 for 1 within 3 at-bats. He reached base twice, once with a hit by pitch and once reached on an error. Catcher Jack Brinson is going to go out and have a little meeting with Tate Joint. Baylor leads Prairie View A&M 4-1 in the bottom of the fourth. It's the only Texas team playing tonight. Not too many games going on. First pitch to Hall. In for a strike. Joint sets. Winds up in the pitch. Swing. Fouled into the catcher's mitt for a strike. 0-2. Hall steps back in, gets set. Joint was already ready, set. Pitch. Lightly hit, grounded to shortstop. Who is Matthew Gula? Throws it over to first baseman Ridge Morgan.
Now batting DH number 8, Alex Velasco.
For the out. quickly down. 2 outs in the bottom of the second for the Hippos. Now batting Alex Velasco. First pitch is called for a ball. Next pitch it's in for a strike. Tate Joint is working really fast, and next pitch is in for a swinging strike. Looked like a slider that gets moved outside of the zone. Had Velasco looking silly on that swing. The pitch in, and swinging for a strikeout. And Hippos quickly go down 1-2-3 in the inning. 2 strikeouts and a ground out to shortstop to third base. We've reached the end of the second. Hippos trail the Warriors 4-0. And we'll be back right after this message.
Hutto Family Eye Care has partnered with Hutto ISD for almost 10 years. Hutto Family Eye Care has been the leader and preferred provider of quality vision care products and personalized service to patients in Hutto. Their doctors use only the most advanced, state-of-the-art technology and eye care products available. Give your vision the level of care and attention it deserves. Hutto Family Eye Care on Exchange Boulevard, across the street from the post office.
Welcome back to Hutto Memorial Baseball Stadium. As we get ready to start the top of the third, Warriors lead the Hippos 4-0. So far, the first 2 innings, while there's been 4 runs scored, all by the Warriors, has been a fairly quick game. Tate Joint is working fast on the mound, and Andrew Ender for the Hippos is also working fast on the mound, even though he's given up 4 runs.
Number 21, shortstop Matthew Gula.
Now batting, shortstop number 21, Matthew Gula. Last time up, he walked and ended up coming around to score on the Tate Joint home run. The pitch from Ender is way outside. It's almost like he's seen fly ball hit to left field. It's going to carry over the fence for a solo home run for Matthew Gula. Second pitch swinging. And Gula has been on fire last night and tonight. He's had so far 9 RBIs since last night from the 4th inning on. That makes it 5-0. Now batting is number 7 pitcher Tate Joint. Last time up, he hit a 2-run home run. No, a 3-run home run, excuse me. Pitch into Joint is a ball. Pitch outside for a ball. 2-0. Umpire called timeout. The pitch outside for a ball. 3-0. Ender pitches high for a 4-pitch walk. Ender, so far this inning, having a hard time hitting his spots.
Now batting third baseman, number 12, Josh Estacio.
Now batting Josh Estacio for the Warriors. Joints on first. Ender throws over to first, but Joint gets back in time. I'm not sure if it's Joint on first or if he got a courteous runner put in for him. The pitch going to runner to second. Joint's going to go to second and throws low, bounces, misses the second baseman, but shortstop Grayson Doggett is back there to back him up to avoid that ball getting into the outfield. And Joints will steal second. 1-0 the count. No outs, runner on second. Winds up and turns around like he's going to throw to second for a no pitch. Didn't throw to second, just keeping the runner close. Checks the runner a second, and now the pitch. High. Estacio has to lean out of the way. 2-0. Xander Hall is going to go out and talk to Ender. Trying to calm him down. Get him to get his pitches back on track. Stasio steps back into the batter's box, and Ender is set. Going to chuck the runner at second and wind up and the pitch. Fouled off behind us into the softball field. 2-1 the count. This wind has been a killer for both teams whenever balls get caught up in the wind. The pitch down and away for a ball. 3-1. Ender sets. Checks Joint at second and pitches. Gets Estacio swinging on a pitch that was moving outside of the, away from him. 3-2. Hitters count. Runner with a runner in scoring position. Going to check the runner at second and now pitches. And called for a strike for the strikeout. Estacio thought maybe that was a walk, but that looked like it was a pretty good call. No argument from Estacio. Now batting catcher number 28, Jack Brenson. Ender sets and checks Joint at second. And pitches. Gets him on a high inside, swinging on a high inside pitch for a strike. Ender sets once again, checking Joint at second. Second baseman Hunter Thompson going over like they're going to throw over to him. Pitch is called for a ball, down and away, almost in the dirt. Ender sets, watching the runner at second again. And the pitch, runner going to third, and the throw is going to be on the money, and he's going to be out, stealing third, trying to steal third. A nice throw by catcher Xander Hall to nail Tate Joint at third base. Two outs now in the inning. Count is 1-1. Ender sets and pitches. Down right at the knees. Hall tries to frame that to make it look like it was a strike, but umpire calls it a ball. 2-1. Umpire is saying that the count is 2-2. Ender is set, ready to go. The pitch, swinging for a strike, for the strikeout. I'm not sure where. I thought the count was only 2-1. Umpire said it was 2-2. I think everyone thought the count was only 2-1. I'm not sure when the second strike was called. It may have been on the pitch where Joint was caught stealing, but we've reached the middle of the third. Warriors played a run in the top of the third on a solo home run by Matthew Gula. Hippos in a deep hole early. And we're going to stay right here. Going to look up some MLB scores. As Joint throws his warm-up pitches. Astros and Cardinals currently in the bottom of the 8th in Grapefruit League action. 4-4. I am not. Astros are batting. Runner on first and second. 2 outs. In the bottom of the 8th, Rangers just underway in the top of the first, playing against the Diamondbacks. No score in that one. Leading off in the bottom of the third for the Hippos is number 21, right fielder, Cade Matoka. And the pitch, fouled back for a strike. Joint is set, already ready to go. And the wind up in the pitch. High, almost curves down into the strike zone, but just high for a ball. Joint sets and pitches outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Joint already. Next pitch. Swinging. Hit to the shortstop. Matthew Gula. Fielded cleanly. Throws over to first baseman Ridge Morgan.
Third baseman, number 17, Aiden Pollard Torres.
For the out. Now batting is number 17, third baseman Aiden Powell Torres. First pitch is in for a strike. Pitch in outside for a ball, 1-1. Swinging, popped straight up, and Joint tries to calls off first baseman. The first baseman, Ridge Morgan, and Joint, the wind, pulled it back, and Joint misses it. It will go as 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch is down and inside for a ball. 2-2 the count. Sets and pitches. Called for a strike. Aiden Powell Torres strikes out.
Batting
Now batting shortstop, number 14, Grayson Doggett. Joint with the pitch, down for a ball. Pitch is right at the waist for a strike. The pitch, swinging strike, dropped by catcher Jack Brinson. One and two's to count. Next pitch, it's outside. 2-2. Scoreboard says there's 1 out, but there's 2 outs in the inning. 2-2. And the pitch, called for a strikeout. And Hippos go down 1-2-3 once again. And we'll be back right after this message.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Texas. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back to Hutto Memorial Baseball Stadium for this matchup between the Hutto Hippos and the Westwood Warriors. At the end of 3, the Warriors lead the Hippos 5-0. Warriors have
Leading off for the Warriors, first baseman,
5 hits,
13, Reg Morgan.
2 left on base. Hippos have no runs, 1 hit, and no one left on base. No errors so far. Leading off for the Warriors is number 13, Reg Morgan, first baseman. Reg Morgan. Umpire calls timeout. Ender steps off. The pitch outside for a ball. 2-0 is the count. Pitch is high for a ball. 3 balls, no strikes. Pitch is right above the knees, called for a strike. Ender is still on the mound for the Hippos. And a walk down in the dirt. So Morgan will reach first on a walk.
DH number 17, Reed Saxon.
Now batting number 17, Reed Saxon. The pitch outside for a ball. Ender sets and pitches outside, maybe a little bit of a kind of a pitch out. Trying to see catch. Morgan trying to steal. Morgan looking like he wants to steal. Pitches right down the middle for a strike. 2-1. Pitch right on the outside corner, called for a ball. 3-1. Pitches high and away for a walk. Back-to-back walks. And Hippos head coach Justin Elmore going out. Al Linfield's coming in. Think there's going to probably be a pitching change. But we will see. Hippos do have a guy warming up in the bullpen. Could be just a visit to buy the man more time to warm up.
Now batting left fielder number 2, Rohan Gupta.
Now batting left fielder number 2, Rohan Gupta. The pitch bunted back into the screen. Trying to get a sacrifice bunt to move the man over to second and third. Winds up and steps off like he was gonna turn around and throw to second. The pitch bunted down. Ender goes out to grab it, throws over to first for the out. So Rohan Gupta does what he was intending to do. Sacrifice bunt to get Saxon over to second and Morgan over to third. 1 out in the inning. The pitch hits the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 to Jeff Hebert. The pitch, swinging strike. 0-2. Ender sets, checks the runner at second, and the pitch down in the dirt. Nice block by Xander Hall to keep any runners from advancing. 1-2. Hippos playing the infield in. Going to try and get the runner at first if he chooses to go home. Pitch looked like right at the waist. Maybe a little outside or inside. Looked like a strike, but called for a ball. 2-2 the count. And the pitch. Swinging. Hit to right field. Going to bring in 1 run. So Hebert with a single. To bring in Ridge Morgan to score. 6-0 Warriors lead. Ender sets. Checks the runner at first in the pitch. Swing. Bounces in front of right field. And Saxon is going to score on that single by Garcia. Seven to nothing. And Hippos are going to make a pitching change. Coming into pitch for the Hippos is going to be number 11, it looks like. Get the name on him hopefully in just a minute. Warriors lead 7-0 in the top of the 4th. On this windy night at Hutto Memorial Baseball Stadium.
Now pitching for the Hippos, number 1, Justin Pina Chris.
Now pitching for the Hippos is going to be number 1. Just one moment. Justin Pina Cripps. Now batting for the
Shortstop, number 21.
Warriors is going to be shortstop number 21, Matthew Gula. So far tonight, has a walk, came around to score on the home run, and hit a solo home run last inning. Hit 2 grand slams last night. Pitches down and away for a ball. Want to know. Pina Cripps checks the runner a second. Pitches it in for a strike. 1-1. Next pitch is called for a ball. 2-1. Peanut Crips takes a quick look at the runner a second and then pitches down for a ball down in the dirt. Catcher Xander Hall goes out to have a little chat with Peanut Crips. Text runner second. Pitches in. Slow pitch. Had Gula kind of fooled for a strike. Full count. Runners at first and second base. The pitch. Swinging. Fouled. Gula steps back in, gets ready. Peanut Crips hits ball out in front of him on the dirt for a walk.
Pitcher number 7, Tate Joint.
Now pitching Tate Joint. Now batting Tate Joint. Pitch is down in the dirt again. Want to know it's the count. The pitch and a swinging strike. The pitch is called for a strike. Looks like it just snuck into the bottom corner. One and two, the count. Bases loaded. Pitch is down in the dirt. So far tonight's been a nice blocking job on all these pitches that are down in the dirt by catcher Xander Hall. All in important times when runners have been in scoring position to avoid allowing runners to advance. The pitch down in the dirt, way out in front of the catcher for a ball. 3-2. Pitch is down in the dirt again for a walk. It's going to walk in and run.
Third baseman number 12, Josh Estacio.
Hebert will score. Garcia will advance to third. Gula will advance to second. Meeting at the mound between catcher Xander Hall, pitcher Justin Pena Cripps, and shortstop Grayson Doggett. Eight to nothing. Warriors lead. First pitch, second pitch, 1-0 count. Next pitch is swinging strike. Way out in front of it. It is getting quite cold out here. The pitch, swinging for a strike. Gonna get the runner at second base for the out. A strike, not a strike, I'm not throwing him out, but he's gonna get the runner at second. Gets Gula sleeping. Two outs in the inning. One and I don't know what the count is. 1 and 2, I believe is the count. The pitch, high fly ball. Center fielder Caleb Cantwell is going to call it off and going to make the out to end the inning. Warriors do more damage in the top of the fourth. They extend their lead to 8 to nothing. Going to the bottom of the fourth. Be right back after this. Leading off for the Hippos to start the bottom of the fourth inning is going to be center fielder, number 2, Caleb Cantwell.
Leading off, center fielder number 2, Caleb Cantwell.
Last time up in the first inning, he's led off with a double. Got advanced to second base on a sac bunt. And then got caught trying to steal home on a passed ball. First pitch in was called for a strike. Next pitch is in for another strike. A quick 0-2 count. Joint still in, working fast. Cantwell steps into the box. Joint's ready to go. The windup in the pitch. Swinging for a strikeout. Six strikeouts for Tate Joint so far tonight. Now batting left fielder number 24, Chris Gatesick.
Left fielder number 20, Chris Gatesick.
Number 20. Last night, I think he was number 24. Pitch swinging. Gonna fall in front of the left fielder, Rohan Gupta, for a single. That was a first pitch swing.
First baseman, number 12, Carson Babb.
Now batting number 12, Carson Babb. Gage sick on first. Joint throws over to first. Gage sick gets back in time. And the pitch just outside for a ball. The pitch outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch swinging strike. That was a little bit high and inside. Got Babb to swing on it at it. 2-1 is the count. Pitch swinging, fouled back and outside. Going to hit on top of the Hippos batting cages. 2-2 the count. Joint checks Gage sick at first. The pitch outside. A little pitch out, trying to see if they could catch Gage sick if he was going to get a big advance at first or try and steal. Swinging, fouled back. 3-2. The pitch swinging, fouled back into the net. Babb staying alive. On deck for the Hippos is number 13, Andrew Ender. Fouled to the Hippos dugout. Three and two, full count. Joint sets. Pitches fouled back again. Noise coming from the Hippos dugout. Joint sets. Pitches high for a ball, and which will put Babb on the first for a walk.
Number 13, Andrew Ender.
Gage sick will now be at second. Babb at first after that walk. One out. Now batting Andrew Ender. Joint set. And the pitch swinging for a strike. Joint so far has pitched a fantastic game. And the pitch swinging for another strike. Joint turning on the heat. Joint checks Gage sick at second. Pitches fouled back into the net. 0-2 the count. Checks the runner at second. Pitch in for a ball. Pitch kind of just floated in. Joint checks, gates it 3 times at second. And the pitch, swinging for a strike. Got Ender.
Catcher, number 6, Xander Hall.
Now batting Xander Hall. Joint sets, taking his time now. Pitch is down for a ball. Joint checks runner at second, and the pitch fouled back in to the softball stadium. 1-1. Joint sets. Quickly checks the runner at second. And Hall, swinging, just gets a piece of that, fouls it back into the net. One and two, the count. 2 outs. Ball is down and away. 2 and 2. The pitch, swinging for a strikeout. And so Hippos send 5 men to the plate in the bottom of the 4th. Nothing. They get 2 guys on base with a single and a walk, but Hippos struck out 3 times. And that brings us to the end of the 4th, heading to the top of the 5th. Warriors 8, Hippos nothing.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Texas. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back to Hutto Memorial Baseball Stadium as we get ready to start the top of the 5th inning. Warriors lead the Hippos 8-0 on a cold, windy night. Temperature's not that bad, but the wind at about 16, 17, 18 miles an hour makes for a cold night. Leading off for the Warriors is going to be catcher, number 28, Jack Brenson. Still pitching for the Hippos is going to be number 1, Justin Pena Cripps. Warriors with 5 hits on the night. Hippos with 2. No errors by either team, unlike last night. 4 errors at least by the Hippos. 1 or 2 by the Warriors.
Catcher, number 28, Marty Brinson.
Pena Cripps sets, pitches. Brinson out in front of that for a strike. The pitch floats in, but a ball, 1-1. And the pitch inside for a ball. The pitch swinging. Gonna get into fall in front of the left fielder, Rohan Gupta. No, excuse me. Left fielder, Chris Gatesick. And Brinson will have a single.
First baseman number 13, Reg Morgan.
Now batting, first baseman, number 13, Ridge Morgan. Last week, pitched a no-hitter against McNeil, only freshman on the team. Warriors is a veteran team. Pitch in for a strike, with the exception of Morgan. The whole Warriors roster is made up of junior and seniors. Pena Cripps sets. The pitch is high but swinging, and right fielder Kane Matoka is going to come in, drops the ball, but Morgan's going to round first and head to second, and is going to be easily out.
DH number 17, Reed Saxon.
Should get credited with a single and out, advancing to second. And Saxon tries to check a swing but goes too far around for a strike. Oh and 1. 1 out. One and 1. Fouled back. Morgan is going to be hit a single, but because it was dropped, Brinson didn't advance, and he's going to be out at second. Ball down in the dirt. 2 and 2. Pitch down in the dirt. 3 and 2. Pitch, runner going to second, and outside for a ball. Saxon will walk. Now batting left fielder number 2, Rohan Gupta.
Left fielder number 2, Rohan Gupta.
Pitch hits right at the knees on the inside corner for a strike. And the pitch inside corner for a strike. I think it should be 0-2. Scoreboard has it as 1-1. Ball down in the dirt. I think it's a 1-2, the count. I think that's what it should be. The scoreboard has it as 2-1. Pitch for a ball. 2-2. Pitch swinging, fouled back into the backstop. Count is still 2-2. Pitch down in the dirt. 3-2. Full count. Gonna catch. Reed Saxon way off first base and gonna be way out. Full count. 3-2. And fouled back into the net. 2 outs in the inning after Reed Saxon got picked off at first. Pitch down in the dirt for a walk.
Center fielder, number 6, Jeff Hebert.
Now batting Jeff Hebert. Runners on first and second. Pitching change for the Hippos.
On the mound for the Hippos, number 11, Connor Morris.
Now pitching for the Hippos, number 11, Connor Morris. Pitched last night also. Now batting for the Warriors is going to be number 6, Jeff Hebert. And the pitch way outside in the dirt. It's going to kick out from the catcher, Xander Hall, but going to be able to get to it quick enough to avoid runners from advancing. Checks the runner at second. The pitch outside for a ball. Last time up, Hebert singled and came around to score. Pitch down in the dirt for a strike, a ball, excuse me, 3-0. Pitch outside, 4-pitch walk. Bases are loaded.
Number 11, second baseman Gael Garcia.
Now batting Gael Garcia. Pitch way outside. Going to throw over to shortstop Grayson Doggett. Try and get guy at second to pick him off, but gets back in time. 1-0 is the count. Sets and pitches and down the middle for a strike. 1-1. Pitch fouled out. One and two. Is the count? Hippos need to get out of this. The pitch lined up the middle to center fielder Caleb Cantwell, and 2 runs are going to come around and score.
Shortstop, number 21, Matthew Gula.
Swinging. It's a grounder to the right fielder. Cade Matoka scores another run.
Pitcher, number 7, Tate Joint.
Warriors lead 11-0. Want to know the count, and I don't know who is batting. Number 16. Two and 0 the count. Two and 1. The pitch, swinging for a strike. The pitch, way outside. 3 and 2. And pitch outside for a ball. Bases are loaded. 2 outs. Josh Astacio is up to bat, but he'll be pinch hit for.
Batting number 20, Fisher.
Have a chance to hit another grand slam, as they hit 2 last night. The pitch, outside for a ball. Pitch outside for a ball. 2 and 0. Pitch down and down in the dirt for 3 and 0. And the pitch called for a strike, right at the letters. Next pitch was called for a strike. Three and 2, full count. Runners are going to be moving on this pitch. And grounded to third baseman. Aiden Poland Torres. And he'll just step on the third base bag and so Warriors send 9 men to the plate. Score 3 runs. Advance their lead to 11-0. We've reached the middle of the 5th. Be back in just a moment.
The Hutto Family YMCA, proud to partner with Hutto ISD. The Hutto Family YMCA is a center for fitness, family, and community. They provide Hutto residents with a state-of-the-art facility for programs and events that focus on youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. The YMCA works with Hutto ISD to provide an after-school program and other events such as Friday Night Live for middle school students. Check out the Hutto Y or call 512-846-2360. The Hutto Family YMCA. Strength from within.
Let's go.
Now batting. Welcome back to Hutto Memorial Stadium. Now batting for the Hippos is number 8, Alex Valesco. Swinging for a strike. Next pitch is swing. Tipped into the catcher's mitt. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch is outside for a ball. Pitch is already set. I believe Joint is still on the mound. Swinging for a strikeout. Now batting, right field number 21. Cade Matoka. The pitch. In for a strike. And the pitch. High for a ball. Pitch is down in the dirt. For a ball, 2-1. Pitches strike. 2-2. Swings, grounds to second baseman Gail Garcia, and throws it over to first baseman Ridge Morgan for the out.
Third baseman, number 17, Aiden Pollard.
Now batting, Aiden Torres. First pitch is foul ball, but it's going to stay in, and it's going to be caught for the out. So that will bring us to the end of the. That's going to bring us to the end of the ball game. Warriors win this game 11-0 in 5 innings. Warriors once again put on another offensive clinic, and their pitching was stellar tonight. It was a cold, windy night. Guess nothing went the Hippos' way tonight. I'm Gage Bowles. Since it's so cold, I'm just gonna sign off from here. Thank you for watching.